Welcome back, everyone, to Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. Your heroes, Randall Peeve, otherwise known as DraxxKraven, when it's time to pick up a story about a Danny DeVito head.
Outside this restaurant, a middle-aged man in a suit and a full clown makeup is gobbling down a sandwich. 2 tracks of silent tears have carved furrows through his makeup.
The sad clown, a tale as old as time. What's the matter?
He gulps hard. Tears start up at the corner of his eyes again. I'm gonna work for a traveling show.
Like a circus?
No, that's the problem. He pulls you into a drunken, one-armed hug and whispers, he would only hire me as the manager of the clowns. His eyes are wild and unfocused. And God, these tears are real. I'm not good enough to perform, but they'll let me push paper.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's awful.
You're damn right. But God puts us on these paths for a reason, you know. He's suddenly very earnest. He's up there, choosing whether or not I should clown. In his infinite wisdom, choosing no. He thinks for a moment. Bastard.
The man who wished to be a clown but was trapped as a manager. Oh no, I wanted it to be the man who wanted to be a clown but cursed God.
The cookhouse is in disarray. Dirty plates and scorched pots scattered outside the tent. A young woman frantically scrubs, muttering. She blanches in panic as you approach, but forces a smile.
Blanches? That's an odd verb. Greet the woman.
She shakes off the suds. Her hands and arms are marked with knife nicks and narrow burns.
Don't mind the mess. You look hungry. Take a seat. I'll work you up a little something.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
As you sit, her fire-tanned face cracks into a smile of relief. She steps into the tent, and there's the discordant clanking and hissing of a cook at work. She emerges with a plate, a blackened sludge of beans and sweaty gray meat.
Eat.
Oh boy. I have been trapped by courtesy. I guess I'll choke it down.
She watches intently as you force down the first mouthful. Suddenly, her eyes widen.
I forgot your drink. Let me...
But the fire flares inside the tent.
No!
She gasps, staggering inside. The fire blazes again, and the woman screams.
Follow?
The heat stings as you enter. The tent's a jumble of empty cans, and there's the stink of rotting vegetables and burning meat. Your host is gone. A dark shape squats at the heart of the cook fire. It's time to leave.
Got it. The cookhouse that serves hungry travelers. I guess that's true. What story evolved? The man who could soothe the animals turned into the cowboy who kept a rattlesnake and a wild horse. Fidelina, by the grace of God.
Bienvenidos. Come, sit with me. Sit with una vieja curandera. It is safe conmigo. Few brujas would dare attack una curandera.
What is it with you and witches?
There are some of these witches, though they are strong enough to contend with una curandera, or foolish enough to try. I work mainly with las curaciones por la gente, pero I have more than un poquito de práctica with fending off the curses of las brujas. It is not for una curandera to take una vida, but I am not afraid to hobble las brujas.
Got it. So it's not for a caregiver to take a life, but I'm not afraid to cripple a witch.
But now, do you have a story about hope? About happiness and the goodness in the world?
I may yet. Happy Tales. Ooh, the lighthouse. Perfect.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think. Love. It guided my choice. You see, we never told my daughter about Las Brujas' curse of her talent for la curación. Ay, Dios mío, it was not her fault and we love her totalmente. It would have been crueler than the curse to tell her. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la esperanza and all the good in this world.
You and your hopeful tales. What is the tale of the lost ring? I don't remember what kind of story that was.
Mi corazón. That was a good story.
Alright, it's a hopeful story.
Our wishes come true. Sometimes what we want is not what we need.
It rarely is.
In my darkest thoughts, lo admito, I hope to end la bruja that cursed el talento from my daughter. But that's not the way una curandera. Instead, I search for someone to pass on the art of la curación. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
I have a few. As I recall, the cloud tinge with a color no human had seen before was a frightening tale. Or it should be, because it's a reference to the color out of space.
What a good story.
Okay, it is.
Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. Death? I do not abide the destrucción de las brujas. It is not natural. Death is part of la vida. But I will fight against those who try to bring it before it is time. Dios, take las brujas. But tell me.
More frightening tales, eh? Let's talk about sadness. Perhaps not. The Sky Woman's human children to dance across the earth. There we go. Tell me about the future. Who is it you're looking for to pass on?
Oh, wow. What a story. Mira mis manos. They are shaking. It is not so sure. As I go on my travels, I find there is not as many places for una curandera. Ways of la curación are being forgotten. That the ways of las brujas will not fade the same way. Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la
About hope? I'll tell you a story about authority instead. Not what you're looking for.
Okay. Do you get joy from telling me this? Whose authorities do I have? Well, las brujas, they command the will of el diablo, of death. Las curanderas, more than providing la curación for those who want, we guard of people from las brujas. Las curanderas, we work with the will of Dios, of life. Ay, estoy cansada, very tired. Always I am alert for a woman with the talent of la curación, and una bruja intent on destruction. It is a hard life. So much responsibilidad. It wears on an old woman. The journey take me this way next.
Got it.
Where will you go? I hope we will meet again. There is more I would like to tell you about the life of La Curandera.
Time to double back. Ooh, what tale are you both to be telling? The seagulls and the fishermen have turned into... Oh, I didn't see that at all. Oh, well. I ended up getting turned around as well. Do I have any other tales that I can swap around? Or not. Oh, his fish calling seagulls. Okay. It's very similar, but also very different. The highest tale. Oh. Which is in the Empress, I think? Where's... I can't even remember what section the girl with her kitten familiars was in. Wasn't that under Joy? There we go. Got it. Anyway, to the east. Bum, bum, ba, ba, dum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, ba, dum, bum. Speaking of joy, I will now speak of anti-joy. I started playing Dota 2 again. I know I'm a monster. I still can't bring myself to play with other people because I'm just not very good. But I don't know. It's weird. It's like riding a bike. I still remember like what all the characters can do, and I'm still kind of shocked by all the new abilities. Wraith King can summon a skeleton army now. I especially like how he cannot control the skeletons, and they all just sort of run around doing their own thing, like killing jungle minions or doing whatever the fuck they want. Because, you know, you can summon the army. You can make it march, but sometimes you can't tell it where you want it to go. Like a crusade or something. Alright, Fidelina. Is chapter 3 your final chapter? We will find out now. Or my game will totally crash. My love is stronger.
Hola, hola.
Oh
Welcome.
my god.
Sit if you like. The road is hard, and it's good to see a familiar face.
She is joyous, powerful, unstoppable.
I thought to find a niece of mine in the last pueblo I visited, but her husband, he turned me away. He called me bruja, said his daughter will become un doctora and my ways unwelcome. So I leave, and I do not see mi familia. My familia used to be so united, with respect for las curaciones, las curanderas. The times change quickly. Do you have any frightening stories? Have you seen the work of Las Brujas on your travels?
I got a few. Lights in the desert that abduct travelers? That's a good one. But I think I'll tell the tale of the hotel where travelers lie awake while cursed toddler ghosts throw Satan's own tantrums. That's scary, right?
What a good story. Like what mi hermano used to tell me as a girl. Am I trapped? La curación must be adapted to each person, to their faith, age, what ails them, and so also change with the times. La curación has a place in the future. It's not stuck in the past. I am trapped not by the changing times, but by the presumption of the people.
Hell is other people.
Oh, please, tell me a story sobre la...
Alright. Hope, eh? Looks like I'm almost run out of hopeful tales. I got sad tales, funny tales. Not much good news. I'll tell the story of the saint wandering the land, pulling lost souls to be saved.
What a good story. Esperanza. It is the most important, I think. I trust in my work, but not as many of my people do anymore. They always are being forgotten, left behind for chemicals and shiny things. I worry I will not find someone to teach before I pass. But tell me.
I think there's room for both of their methods in the world. I mean, some of her cures have got to have a grounding in reality to work. Some of them, maybe not so much. Got sad tales and exciting tales, not so much with scary ones at the moment. I'll tell the haunted mill operated by ghosts. It's a ghost, I say.
Oh, wow. What a story. Family, it has changed. When I come to the road, I thought maybe some would not welcome me. But not so many. La familia del mundo, it is less open, more frightening. I understand, but it's hard to see the people so broken. But tell me.
You want more fear? I'm out of fear. I cannot. Oh, never mind. Farmers doubted with scarecrows made from corpses of dead people. There we go.
What a good story. My autoridad used to be that una curandera would command great respect from people wherever she would go. Even a plain old woman would be provided with a bed, food, respeto. Una curandera gives la curación without expecting payment. But now, I find myself asking, no me gusta. Do you have any frightening stories?
I'll tell you Lil Ben's struggle. One of the most frightening tales I've heard. Although Althea's blues is pretty frightening.
What a story. My choice? I choose sometimes not to heal. It is rare that I refuse to give la curación. And always there is a good reason. If a bruja harms herself in her evil arts, I leave it to the hands of Dios. I am the last of my brothers and sisters, the oldest of my family. I should be la doña, head of my family, of my village. Una curandera who has trained at least one apprentice into a curandera. Instead, I am a simple and old woman who wanders alone. My ways, the ways of old, they are being left behind like me. Is it the same for you? Are you being left behind by the world?
Fidelina, left behind by the world. Clever. Alright. That'll do for this episode of Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. We end it with the color tint of the color no one had seen before. The strange color from outer space!